Imagine this. You step out on the dance floor ready to connect, flow, and move and groove, but something feels a little off. Maybe you're miscommunicating with your dance partner, maybe it's the music, maybe it's the lights, or somebody's breaking the unspoken rules of social dancing. Yep, there's a hidden code to this world that makes every dance either super awkward or super awesome. And today I'm pulling back those curtains on social dancing etiquette, so every dancer knows how to avoid those cringy moments and create real connection. So here's the inside scoop. Let's dive right in.
I love the connection with the music.
It's a journey to discover my own self-worth, my confidence.
And just be whoever you want to be as a dancer.
What do you do? What are you passionate about? Be uncomfortable. Always learn.
Timing, technique, connection, and musicality.
Match the other person's energy, see where they're at.
Most transformational things that happened to me.
We are a community and we all respect each other.
Every dance is an opportunity to connect.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Why We Move podcast. It's your host, Ricardo, but you can call me Rico. In today's episode, we're going to be going over social dancing etiquette. And this is something that goes across the board for everybody who gets involved in the social dancing. Whether you've just started your social dancing journey and just barely stepped out onto the dance floor, or whether you've got 20, 30, 40 years on it, this episode is for you. Now, when we think about social dancing, yes, it's fun. Yes, it's about connection. Yes, it's about having a good time. However, just as important as it is to have a good time social dancing, it's just as important to be safe, to be responsible, and to be respectful. So today we're going beyond the basics. We're going to dig into the little things that might be overlooked but are just as important to make sure you have a good time, a safe time, and a responsible time out on the social dance floor. But before we go into the do's and don'ts, let's talk about why etiquette matters in social dancing. Now, dancing is way more than just moving your body in a very cool manner. It's about creating a space where people feel safe, respected, and excited to be there. Good etiquette builds trust and comfort, allowing everybody there to have a good time and relax. It sets the stage. It creates the foundation for these magical moments, for these magical experiences to happen. So let's go ahead and break it down. Now let's start with some basics that are simple to follow but make a huge difference out on the dance floor. Number one, personal hygiene is a must. We all get super close when we're dancing. Think about it. You're face to face with a human, probably hugging them very close, and you're getting all up in their business. So fresh breath, deodorant, clean appearance goes a long way. And a quick tip, carry mints, gum, deodorant, sweat towel if you're going to be dancing for a minute because you will get sweaty. Number two, respect personal space. Yes, social dancing is about connection, but it's also about respecting people's boundaries. This is super important. If your partner feels uncomfortable, if they don't feel safe, take a step back. It's okay. And along with that, number three, ask for consent before you go dancing. Don't be grabbing them by the arm and forcing them onto the dance floor if they don't want to. Always ask for consent. A quick, would you like to dance? Offering your hand out and mouthing it, not just looking at them and giving some eye contact. That's kind of weird. Asking them, would you like to dance? Goes a long way. It gives that person a choice and the ability to say no. If they say no, cool, move on. Next person. Don't be taking it to heart. There's a room full of dancers. You can ask however many people you want. Now, it's a small gesture, but it can set a positive tone for the whole dance. Moving on, the social dance floor is a shared space, meaning you don't get to perform, you don't get to show off, you don't get to throw your hands all crazy because it's a shared space. Be respectful of the other people around you because they're also trying to dance alongside, around you, and with you. I like to call this Floorcraft, and that's the art of dancing in a social dance realm without bumping in or colliding into others. Now, mind you, I still mess up all the time. In fact, I get so caught up in the dance and the connection that I forget, and that's honestly my bad. I can admit that I'm not the most graceful person on the dance floor, but I'm always cognizant and I'm always worrying and I'm always observing the people around me to make sure that I don't bump into them, and I do my best. I'm human. I like to shake it on the dance floor, and I'm sorry if I bump into other people while I'm shaking it. So always be aware of your surroundings. And if you bump into somebody, a quick sorry, hey, maybe assess if you really hurt them, stop the dance, make sure they're okay, tend to them, don't just ignore them because that's disrespectful. Make sure they're okay because again, the dance floor is a shared space and the last person you want to be is that person who just keeps stepping on people and hurting people. Number five, give space to others. Make sure that other people feel welcome in that space and it's not just yours. Don't take that time to be all flashy, to throw your hands like crazy because other people are there and you might hurt them, you might hit them. And this is the last thing, again, that you want to do. Be aware, again, and adjust your movements to the social dance floor. If it's super packed, keep your steps nice and tight, nice and small. If it's super wide, maybe you can step out a little bit more and be able to kind of express yourself through your movements that way. Again, being mindful that there are people around and you don't want to be out and extravagantly moving your body like crazy. Moving on, communication with your dance partner. Again, social dancing is a nonverbal communication, and it's one of the most beautiful ones that we can share as humans in a shared space. And as such, we have to be clear and we have to be respectful. So that can look like multiple things. If you're more advanced and you're dancing with a beginner, you don't need to show off. Make it comfortable for them. Understand that they might not get the moves that you're doing, so adjust accordingly. Again, you're dancing with somebody else, you're not just dancing with yourself. So be mindful of that and create an experience where you're both able to enjoy it. So gauge their comfort and build the dance around that. Remember, the goal is to share a great moment, not to impress an audience. Number 7, nonverbal cues. Watch the body language. If your partner hesitates, pulls back, doesn't feel comfortable, gives frame, gives a little bit of pressure back, don't continue. Just respect that. Nonverbal cues are the way that your partner can communicate. Sometimes it's super loud on the dance floor. The music is blasting, the light is kind of flashing in your eyes from time to time. There's a lot of people in that area. So keep that in mind always and make sure you're paying attention to body language. And on top of that, responding to those cues makes the social dancing experience that much better. Remember, consent. Moving on to the next social dancing etiquette tip, and that is practice positive attitudes. Positive attitude is contagious, whether you're on the dance floor or not. And this is how you can bring that good energy when you're out on the dance floor. 1, smile and be encouraging. Simple as that. I know it's cliche, I know it's repetitive to say. A smile goes a long way and it can help your partner feel at ease when you're dancing with them. Pro tip here is laugh at the mistakes. Make it fun. Social dancing is improv. It's not supposed to be a choreography. So if you mess up, just continue. Just get back on track, laugh it off, have a good time, enjoy that, and then keep going. Mistakes are just part of the process. If all of our social dances were perfect, that'd be boring. Number 9, never critique somebody on the dance floor. Unless somebody's specifically asking for feedback, keep your critiques elsewhere. Social dancing is about connection, not correction. So keep these social dancing etiquette tips in mind. And I will say, after nearly a decade of dancing, one lesson stands out above the rest. And that is, every dance is an opportunity to connect. And for me, that means valuing each partner, regardless of their skill level. Every single person that you connect and dance with brings something unique. Just like every interaction that you have, whether on the street, at work, at school, or wherever, everyone has something unique that they can gift you and you them. Social dancing is about shared moments. So whether you're flawless in your steps, in your shines, in your spins, or you're messing up all over the dance floor, regardless of that, it's the connection that makes it memorable. And at the end of the day, it's not about the moves. It's about the shared moments that you connect with and you experience on a very human level with every single social dance. And before we wrap up, here's a bonus tip, and that is gratitude. End every single dance with a thank you. A simple thank you, a high five, a hug, whatever, can leave a lasting positive impression. Sometimes it could really make somebody's night. And it also builds community. And that's a wrap for today's episode. We're keeping it nice and short on social dancing etiquette. I hope these tips help you make the best out of every single dance and creates more positive and memorable experiences for you out when you're social dancing. If you found this episode helpful, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and let's keep building a community that's respectful and inclusive. By the way, y'all, some exciting news, some new merch is coming soon. So keep an eye out. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, hit that follow button, and we'll be releasing more information very shortly. And as always, if you see me out dancing, save me a dance.